What's the craziest story that you have at UCLA? How did you land that job? What's your biggest takeaway from college?
I got arrested here actually last year.
What? Do you have anything that you would do differently? Where did you transfer from? Do you think GPA matters when you're trying to land a job?
I hope not.
How did you make money in college?
I actually started my own company and we're right now trying to raise.
So you're in the military.
While we're here, we're technically reservists.
How is it looking for a job after you graduate?
I'm like lying so hard on my resume. I still don't get any responses on any of my job applications.
How are you celebrating tonight?
I'm gonna drink
How much?
a lot.
We're here at UCLA on graduation day and we're asking students how they got their job, what their starting salary is, and whether college was really worth it. If you're thinking about starting college or just wondering what life looks like after school, this video is for you. Let's hit the campus and see what people have to say. Would you be up to be in a YouTube video or interviewing UCLA graduates?
Sorry,
No, no worries. Would you be up? Nah, you're good. No worries, brother. Have a good one. You're good? All right, no worries. Okay, no worries. Looks like the ceremony just ended, so we're hoping to get a lot of interviews right now. We're gonna go around, look for some people, and try to ask them. No? All right, no worries. Now you're chilling? All right, bet. No, okay. No, it's okay. Perhaps? Excuse me, would you be up to be in a YouTube interview when you're finished?
Yeah, sure.
Baby, you got something in your nose.
What's your name? How old are you, and what's your major?
My name is Caroline. I'm 23, and I'm a Chinese language and culture major.
How long did it take you to graduate?
4 years.
Would you say that college is worth it?
Yes, college is so worth it. Stay in school.
Do you have a job lined up after college?
I have an internship lined up.
How did you land that internship?
Actually, this is like my second internship with this company. I got along with them super well, so I miss them, they miss me, so I'm back.
Do you have any advice for finding internships?
Honestly, I think it's a numbers game. Just like keep applying and then make a lot of connections with people like above you career-wise, but also like at the same level as you in your career.
How do you make those connections?
School organizations. I like to go out a lot to like concerts because I'm in the music industry, so that's what I'll do. Just kind of finding what I'm interested in and talking to a lot of people, even just out of curiosity, not even for like any career pursuits. And sometimes you just get lucky.
I feel like you're a good people person, so how do people get out of their shell?
I used to be really introverted and like not social at all. When I did a lot of baby steps, like pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, like going to a restaurant alone or going to a bar alone and going to events alone and then traveling alone, I think you really get a sense of yourself and like how you move through the world that way with a lot of confidence. Always push yourself socially, I feel like. Just step out of the comfort zone and I think you'll be good.
Are you gonna be getting paid at the internship?
Yeah.
How much?
$20.
20 bucks?
1 hour.
From that internship, how do you get a full-time position with it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure yet. I'm not there. But hopefully if I just keep connecting with people globally and domestically, they'll like me. And yeah.
Did you have to pay for college out of pocket or?
No, free tuition. Thank you, FAFSA.
How are you celebrating tonight?
I'm gonna drink
How much?
a lot.
Awesome, well, thank you so much. By the way, if you guys are wondering where Charlie is, he got invited to a secret UCLA alumni party and he's partying it up right now. But that's why we're here, to get the interviews for you guys. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
My name's Kyla. I'm 21 and I'm a philosophy major.
How long did it take you to graduate?
It took me 4 years. I'm a transfer, so I finished in 2 years after I came here.
Where did you transfer from?
Santa Barbara City College.
What was your experience as a transfer? How was that?
I honestly, it was amazing. I feel like there was a lot of great students and faculty and like community, and the transfer community is such a great group of individuals. I honestly had a great time.
Do you have a job lined up for once you graduate?
Yes, so I'm gonna take a gap year and study for law school, but I'm currently working as a social media manager and shooting content as well. So I'm gonna do that while I do my gap.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How did you land that position?
A lot of networking, reaching out to people. I started working at a creative agency, and then from there I started like networking, meeting girls that needed like someone to shoot content for them, and then I started from there and it just kind of grew.
What does the starting salary look like for something like that?
Around like 100, 150 an hour for shooting content sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty
depending
good.
on like the scale that you do it.
Would you call yourself like an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I started my own business after working at a creative agency, doing this for individuals and doing social management and content creation. So yeah.
What is some of your advice for aspiring entrepreneurs out there?
Put yourself out there, network. I know everybody says networking is really important, but like so much of the business that I've gotten is from girls working with me and then recommending me to other people who are in their same field. So I would say like really just like making a good impression on people, reaching out to people and like leaving good impressions, and they'll remember you. And if you do a good job, they want to share you with other people.
What would you say was your best experience in college?
I would say I joined a sorority. I was in Alpha Phi here and I loved it. The girls, the community, everyone is so ambitious and just like hungry and like always working towards something. And coming in as a transfer, that was a really amazing community of girls to have. And I got so inspired by the girls and what they've done.
So would you recommend girls join a sorority?
UCLA has such a great like sorority life, and no matter what sorority you join, genuinely the girls in each sorority are so sweet. I'm friends with so many girls in different sororities.
Did you pay fully out of pocket or did you get any scholarships?
I was on a full ride through scholarships and academics, which is like very special, and I was very grateful and lucky for that.
Would you do college again if you had to pay for it fully out of pocket?
I think I would. I think there's a lot of valuable like experiences and stuff, and I think there's so much to learn and gain like academically and like in life.
Thank you so much. So right after talking to Kyla, a really interesting student came up to us and asked us what we were filming for. It turns out he's an entrepreneur who started his own business while in college, and he had a lot of great advice to share. What's your name, age, and what's your major?
My name is Adin Rubenstein. I'm 21 and I'm a philosophy major.
How long did it take you to graduate?
Got done in 3 years.
Do you have a job lined up after graduating?
I actually started my own company and we're right now trying to raise.
Whoa.
So I have a company called Kickback. It's a hangover prevention company. You mix the water before, during, or after drinking. You wake up with no hangover. I also do this part-time position right now where I run a company's ambassador program. And so I use that on the side to make money while we're building up the company.
How do you start a business as a college student?
The first thing you need to do is find a product or something that really connects with you. And then the first thing you think of before you start an LLC, how am I going to do this? What steps do I need to take? Do I need a co-founder? Do I need to bring in a team? All that stuff. And then really just like idealize it. The great thing about being a student is it's the least amount of risk you'll ever have starting a business when you're a student.
What do you think you need to be a successful entrepreneur?
Be a hard worker. I think you need to be able to stay self-motivated. I think you need to be able to have integrity. I think you really need to know what your product is, know how to build it, and just have confidence and belief in yourself that you can execute it at the highest level possible.
How did you get the investment?
Kept emailing people. I kept talking to people. My investor had 8 meetings with me before he invested in me. Here's what happened. I sent him saying, yeah, you're not far enough. Come back to me when they're here. I would come back to him, oh, you're not far enough, come back to me when it's here. I had to jump through a lot of hoops. And eventually on the 5th or 6th meeting, he's like, okay, I'm gonna introduce you to the whole team. So then I go there, I meet the whole team, and I was eventually able to secure the funding for it.
How much funding were you able to raise for that?
We raised $50,000 pre-seed for our initial run.
How do you stand out and make somebody want to invest in you?
I think a lot of founders, they're so obsessed with trying to seem like cool or overly professional or overly intelligent. I know people always hate this advice, be yourself, but be yourself to an extent. Have fun while you're meeting, smile a lot, talk about stuff, engage people on their interests or outside of business. Try to learn how to engage with people and treat them as people and not just as like big bank accounts for you to tap into.
Do you think college is worth it?
100%. A lot of people will say, oh, what you learn in college won't be super useful. Yeah, it's true, I'm a philosophy major. I can obviously I know that. But I think the connections that you make are useful. I think it's just about the person. The person makes the school doesn't make the person.
What's the craziest story that you have at UCLA?
We were having a party at my apartment. One couple may have got into an argument that lasted 3.5 hours. The police called, came into my door, so we have a domestic disturbance call. We had to deal with the police. We had to clean up a bunch of alcohol. We had to throw everything away. We had to clean the apartment to make it look like nothing weird was happening. And we had to do that all within a minute and a half.
How do you build the right social circle?
Put yourself out there. Don't be scared to go talk to people, dude. Nobody's gonna think you're weird because you reach out to somebody once.
Is there anything that you would do differently?
I ended with a 3.6. I wish I studied a little more. So I think that'd be my only regret. Outside that, dude, I don't really care. I'm super happy. I graduated college. I have a business. I built all this stuff. So
what's your plans for after college and after you graduate?
You're looking at it right now, Kickback. I want to keep growing the company. We're doing a college tour. I'm going to Alabama and Texas in August, September. We're going to do crazy. My advisors are telling me, Adin, we want to have you get to 5 million revenue next 3 to 5 years. I'm like, okay, we'll see if we can do it. So that's my goal. I'm going to work on that full time pretty much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man.
Guys, it's hot out here. I'm not going to lie. I know you guys saw that last clip of me sweating. It's rough out here. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
My name is Jacob. I am 22 years old and I am an economics and political science double major.
Nice. How long did it take you to graduate?
5 years technically, but it was in the normal amount of quarters. So basically 4 years, but 5 years.
Do you have a job lined up after you graduate?
I don't.
Did you do any internships when you did graduate?
I did not.
What does your college experience look like?
A fun time, just having fun basically.
What's the craziest college experience that you have?
I got arrested here actually last year.
What?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
How?
I was at a protest and then got arrested. So that was pretty crazy.
Is there there anything that you would do differently in college?
Definitely do more things like professionally and like for career-wise. I just spent the last 4 years having a lot of fun, not really focused on career, and so starting to regret it now that I'm graduating. So that's what I would change, yeah.
So what's your plans after college?
Get a job.
Any specific jobs that you're looking for?
Just whatever will hire me at this point, and just just looking like something in finance maybe is what I'm like hoping for, and I just got to get those interviews. So
How's the job market right now, would you say?
horrible. Yeah, it's like the worst thing ever. I'm like lying so hard on my resume, and I still don't get any responses on any of my job applications.
Where are you like applying through right now?
LinkedIn, easy applying just on everything that pops up, and then also like going to specific websites. Just like it's the same thing as like just online options.
Did you take out any loans or did you get scholarships?
Yeah, I took out some loans. Like for the most part, my parents like covered it, but I took out loans for my first 2 years.
How much in loans did you have to take out?
I think like 15 grand maybe.
Would you say the loans were worth it or do you regret it?
That was good. Econ, they gave us like great interest rates. It was like 2%. I was like,
Whoa. Would you do college again if you had to pay for it fully by yourself?
oh yeah, I think that the opportunities that are presented to you coming out of college are worth 10 times as much as what college costs.
Do you have any advice for newcoming students?
Have fun. Other than that, like it's gonna be probably the best 4 years of your life if you use it right.
Thank you so much, dude. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
My name is Zander. I'm 22 now, and I'm an economics major.
How long did it take you to graduate?
4 years.
Do you have a job lined up for after you graduate?
I do, yeah. I'm doing investment banking for PNC in the Los Angeles area.
How did you land that position?
A lot of networking, a lot of talking to people, cold emailing.
What's your starting salary for that position?
It's 100K plus
100K?
bonuses, yeah.
And do you have any tips for anybody looking to get a high-paying job out of college?
I think definitely just talking to as many people as you can. I think finding a mentor is really important. You can do as much as you can, but if you don't really know what direction you're going to take, then, you're going to be kind of lost and not really know what to do.
How do you stand out in the interview process?
Specifically with investment banking, it's very networking focused. So if you're able to reference different conversations you've had with people that are on the team that you're going to be joining beforehand, then that really makes you stand out. Also, being authentic but not being unprofessional. I think a lot of people try to be one or the other, where maybe they're a little less authentic and they sound kind of robotic, or they lean too far in the opposite direction and might say things like that sound a little bit less professional or less intelligible. So kind of keeping that balance.
What was your GPA throughout college?
3.7.
Do you think you need a high GPA to get a high-paying job?
It definitely helps. If I were to do it all over again, I would definitely take my time with the general ed classes and take ones that are not difficult so that my GPA was higher. I think like having a GPA is something that some people are like, oh, it doesn't really matter, but I think it actually does matter quite a lot.
What's your advice for finding internships?
Use Handshake at whatever university you're at. A lot of times they'll give you like an automatic first round, like virtual interview if you apply through your university's Handshake. So for my company, I applied through Handshake and then I got the automatic virtual first round, which I think gave me the opportunity to really tell my story more than just what my resume would initially show.
Thank you so much, dude. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
I'm Julia. I'm 22 and I'm a philosophy major.
And how long did it take for you to graduate?
I'm a transfer, so I spent about 3 years at community college and then 2 years here.
How is it being a transfer going to a big school like this?
It was actually really good. Like the philosophy department is pretty small and UCLA is really inviting when it comes to people outside of like UCLA. Transfers are super popular.
Do you have a job lined up after this?
I'm going into a master's program in clinical psychology after this.
Wow, how long is that program?
It's about 3 years to get your master's and then you go from there basically.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Have you had any internships yet or you haven't gotten into that one?
I have not done any internships just because philosophy isn't like a super big internship area, but I had jobs while I was here and I was on the UCLA men's rowing team as a coxswain.
And what was your GPA throughout college?
I think I'm finishing with 3.8.
Do you think GPA matters when like applying for a job or?
Maybe for your first year or two, and then I would say no, it doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
Like it's about you being out there and advocating for yourself. People can tell who are hard workers, and GPA doesn't always determine that. There are other factors.
Do you have any advice for students balancing going to school and being in a sport at the same time?
I think it's about choosing people around you who support you and understand that, maybe you have to go to bed super early because you have practice really early in the morning.
Do you have anything that you would do differently?
I think I would put myself out there more. Sometimes you get overwhelmed with the amount of work you do and like all your checklists of items that you have to do. It's like still like pushing yourself to a certain extent to get out there and meet as many people as you can.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. We'll let you get to your ceremony.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
We've been interviewing people for a couple hours now. At this point, we've probably walked over 10,000 steps, but we're still gonna crank out these interviews for you guys. So let's keep it going. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
I'm Bradley, 22, and my major is art history.
And how long did it take you to graduate?
It took me 4 years to graduate. I'm a transfer student.
Do you have a job lined up after you graduate?
Yeah, I'm working in production in Live Nation and working on live events, book tours, concerts, backstage ticketing, and dealing with friends and family and stuff like that.
How did you land that position?
Friends and family, just making good connections out here and maintaining those connections throughout my college career.
And if you don't mind me asking, what's your starting salary for that position?
Probably around 65,000, 69,000, 70,000, around that range, yeah.
And what was your GPA in college?
It was about a 3.4.
Do you think GPA is important when you're trying to land a job, or it doesn't really matter?
If you're trying to get into masters, it matters. If you are just here to get your bachelor's, I think, C's get degrees.
Did you have any internships throughout your college career?
I didn't get internships, but just working on my career and meeting connections, that was a big deal for me.
Any networking tips for college students?
Utilize everyone. Make friends with everyone. Say yes to any job opportunity that comes your way. Don't be picky. A lot of those times it's not even the people you meet, but someone that they know or their parents or anyone else that could help you.
Would you do anything differently?
If I could have came here for 4 years, I would have done that. But I think due to my financial instability, it was something I needed to do. But I would encourage people to figure it out and try to do 4 years at one place.
Did you pay out of pocket or did you have to get loans?
No, I was full ride. That was part of the community college experience. I got great grades and it was easier to transition into this, yeah.
Is your position that you landed, is it near here or do you have to travel for it?
It's a tour gig, so I'm all over the country, all over the world, wherever the job takes me, yeah.
And when do you start?
Last week.
Last week?
Yeah, I started
Wow.
last week. I've been working for a while with these people, so.
What's your biggest takeaway from college?
Just meeting people and holding those connections for a long time. I think that's what'll accelerate your career in the long run.
Would you go to college again if you had to pay for it yourself?
Yeah, I think the sacrifice is worth it. It doesn't really matter about the degree, but as much as doing that thing and going through persevering through something that you wouldn't necessarily do on your own accord, doing things that you might not deem as important and just going through those motions is important.
Dude, thank you so much and congratulations, man. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
Adin, 22, International Development Studies. It's kind of like what the World Bank does, International Monetary Fund, just like countries investing in other countries.
And do you have a job lined up for after you graduate?
Yeah, I'm going to be a submarine officer in the Navy.
What's the starting salary for something like that?
In LA, day I graduate, start making 95.
How did you get that job?
You apply for an ROTC scholarship. Well, you apply to it separately, also apply to school. Get into both, you can they paid for my schools, now I owe them time.
Wait, so you're in the military?
While we're here, we're technically reservists. When we graduate, we become full active duty.
Do you think joining the military is worth it if they pay for your college?
Yeah, I think so. I get back to me in a year or two from now, but yeah, I think so.
And how much would you have to have paid if the military didn't cover it?
Oh, I'm out of state, so I think it's $65,000 a year. Yeah, it's a lot though.
That's crazy. Okay, and they pay for all 4 years for you?
Yeah.
And how long do you have to work for them for?
5 years.
Was college worth it?
Yeah, it's great. UCLA is UCLA. So it's fantastic.
Would you do it again if you had to pay for it all by yourself?
Yeah, I'd probably go to in-state school, of course.
What was your GPA throughout college?
Right now, it's 3.8.
Did you join any clubs while you were here?
Yeah, I was on the club sailing team.
So where are you stationed at after here?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Are you excited or is it kind of...
I'm excited. I'm from the East Coast, so good to go back to the East Coast, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
Hi, my name is Brooklyn. I'm 22 years old, and I'm a double major in art history and studies of the ancient Near East and Egyptology.
So how long did it take you to graduate college?
I did it in the 4 years.
Do you have a job lined up after this?
I do. I'm going to be interning through the Getty Merrow undergraduate program that they do every summer, so I'm excited.
How did you land that internship?
I just Googled. Googled. This will be my 3rd summer working with the Getty. They have really great programs for art historians, so perfect for me.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your starting salary for an internship with them?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. But it's 10 weeks and they pay you whatever, a little bit above whatever the minimum wage has to be in California. I just accept the money. I'm like, thank you.
So how did you stand out from the other applicants?
I think I just showed personality the most. My resume was pink.
What was your GPA throughout college?
I think I have a 3.95.
How do you keep such a high GPA with a double major?
Bullying yourself into it and a lot of late night.
Do you think GPA matters when you're trying to land a job?
I hope not. I hope it doesn't.
Was college worth it?
Oh, 100%. Even if the degree that you choose, you don't end up sticking with it. I've grown so much in the last 4 years that I can't imagine doing that in any other area ever. So it is worth it. It's worth it.
What's the best part of college?
The people. They can be the worst part too, but they can also be the best part. The people that you meet, because you get to choose who you spend your time with. So
How do you make friends in college for somebody who's shy or somebody who's in their shell?
don't overwhelm yourself with trying to be in a billion clubs and going to all of the events. Like, just do one thing, stick with it, and then things will usually blossom through then.
Any clubs that you recommend joining?
Campus Events Commission.
What do you guys do there?
We do campus events. we throw the biggest events on campus like Brew and Bash, and we had Dochi as our headliner last year for Brew and Bash. We do some really crazy shit. So
Do you have any tips for getting connections in college?
you have to just go and talk to professors, like study, like office hours, do that, and tell them what you like. And then a lot of the times they're really kind, or at least in my experience, and then they'll usher you into the spaces that they think are appropriate for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's your biggest piece of advice for incoming students?
To be kind to yourself. The first year is really rough, and you're not the same person by the end of it. So you just have to be kind to yourself. Really, it doesn't start until your sophomore year. That's when college really starts. The first one is just a trial run.
Did you use ChatGPT or any AI tools to help you get through college?
No, I didn't.
How do the professors feel about using AI and ChatGPT?
They seem not to like it. I mean, I think a lot of students use it for like brainstorming. My area study is so niche that it doesn't really help me with writing or things like that. But it seems like the professors, we're going through a tough time. We're going through a tough time all together in the humanities.
Did you go into debt for college or did you just pay out of pocket?
I took out student loans as per like a billion people across the world.
Do you think student loans are worth it?
They have to be, I guess. You don't have any other choice.
Okay, thank you so much. People at UCLA, 10 times nicer than USC. They're super open, they're super friendly, and they're just more welcoming. Yeah, USC, we probably approached like 30 people, and we only got like 8 good interviews, and most of the people that we interviewed, they came back later and they're like, we don't really want to be in the interview. And it's like, bro, come on, man. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
I'm Haas. I am 21 years old, and my major is molecular cell and developmental biology.
What does that mean?
It means I study the biology of, I guess, small organisms like proteins, lipids, and how they kind of interact with the body.
Do you have a job lined up after this?
I do not, unfortunately. We're still looking.
How is it looking for a job after you graduate?
I want to go into healthcare consulting or life science consulting, and right now there's not a lot of deals flowing in. It's just tough to find work in that field, but I think the best thing to do is just keep networking, keep reaching out to people, and eventually someone will take a chance on you.
How many applications have you put in, would you say?
Too many, but I think what I've realized is that just blind submitting applications isn't going to get you a job. You have to try and connect with someone so they see your face, get a chance to tell your story to them, and that's the best way to get into a job right now, I believe.
What would you say is the best part about college?
Being in an environment conducive to meeting new people. You can literally meet a new person every day. Because of that, you can meet like some of your closest friends.
How do you make friends in college?
Honestly, I think it's pretty easy because everyone's kind of in the same boat wanting to make friends. You just go up and introduce yourself, talk a little bit, see if you vibe. It'll just happen, but you definitely do have to put yourself out there.
What was your GPA in college?
3.95.
How did you keep such a high GPA?
ChatGPT and online school.
What do professors think about ChatGPT and AI?
I think for the most part, professors that I know, they've accepted that students are going to use it. They'll say, okay, don't use it, you're not allowed to. But other professors have adapted. They'll create assignments that are more heavy in critical thinking.
How do you use ChatGPT to graduate college?
I had an exam just a couple of days ago and I was struggling in the class. I asked ChatGPT to explain the problems to me. I'd put in past exams. I'd say, what do I have to learn to allow me to develop an intuition so that I know how to, I recognize this problem on the exam and I see it, I know how to solve it.
Do you think AI is going to replace a lot of jobs?
I mean, it's already started. Like manual data entry is now all AI. I can see like lower level consulting being replaced by it too soon. But I think that a human edge or a human touch is always going to make good work stand out.
Yeah.
So it's not here to take all of our jobs.
Do you think it's going to take your job?
It may very well take my job.
Did you pay out of pocket or?
I have my mom to thank for paying out of pocket.
Awesome. And would you do college again if you had to pay for it by yourself?
I recognize that it's not for everyone. So I have a friend who didn't go. He's doing very well in business. He's just a year older than me. Recently sold his e-commerce company for 7 figures. He didn't go to college. Only you'll know if you need to go to college or not. I think that it's necessary for what I want to do.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned from from him?
I think stay focused on what you're doing. Pick one thing, put your head down. Don't get distracted by other people. I think it's really easy to look around, especially with social media, and see the lives that other people are living. But people say this all the time, but it's just a distraction. You gotta lock in and focus on yourself, and eventually you'll be there too.
What was the best thing that you did in college?
I think going outside of my comfort zone, trying to meet new people, like I said before. So just breaking outside of my comfort zone, saying hi to random people, trying to forge connections, I think is the most important thing you can do. And that skill is super important in life because like we were talking about earlier, networking, it's all about connections.
What would you do differently?
I would go out more. I think it would have been cool to meet more people, maybe forge even more relationships. I know that leaving college, not all of them will stick, but I could have met some people who would have been great for me. But I'm still very grateful to have met a bunch of great people who are always there for me.
Congratulations, brother. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
Katerina, Zander. I'm 22 and I'm a computer science major.
How long did it take for you to graduate?
Took me 4 years.
Do you have a job lined up for yourself after you graduate?
I actually do. It's a cybersecurity company.
How did you land a job right after you graduate?
I'm not gonna lie, connections. It is a huge thing, and that's honestly what helped me the most.
How do you make those connections?
Always network. You never know who could help you. Like, always look for who could be helpful.
Did you have any internships throughout your college career?
I did. I had 2, and they were both with startups, so they were very small. They were more coding based, so I wanted a job that wasn't very technical.
Would you say you don't need a high GPA in order to land a job?
You do not. I actually didn't really get asked. I got asked maybe a couple times.
What's the main factor that makes you stand out from all the other applicants?
It depends. I'd say with computer science, being more personable is a big way to stand out. So I'd say whatever you can set yourself apart from.
Being in computer science, what are your thoughts on AI?
I think it's wonderful.
Did you use it throughout your college?
Yeah, absolutely. You need to use the new tools that you get to make sure that you stay ahead.
And what was your best experience in college?
I would say definitely just all of the events. The Undie Run is always super fun. I love doing that with all of my friends and with our sashes. That was amazing. It's super fun.
Any other clubs that you joined that you would recommend they join?
Society of Women Engineers.
What would you do differently about college?
I would try to apply myself from earlier. I think that it took me a little bit to get involved, and that was difficult.
How do you make friends in college if you're somebody who's very shy?
Yeah, you definitely have to join groups. I had a hard time doing that. Greek life is a great way to do it. I'm not in Greek life personally, but I know a lot of people who had great experiences doing that. Yeah.
Congratulations. What's your name? How old are you and what's your major?
My name is Josh. I'm 21 and I'm in business economics major.
And how long did it take you to graduate?
3 years.
And do you have a job lined up for after you graduate?
I'm going straight to law school.
How long is law school?
Law school's 3 years, so after 3 years, I think I'll get to working.
And did you have to pay out of pocket for college or did you get scholarships?
No, I had to pay out of pocket. I'm an international student, so most of the scholarships are limited for international students.
What did you have to pay for out-of-state tuition?
I think it was $16,000 a quarter for tuition, and then like just residence dorms and all of that.
Would you do college again if you had to pay for it all by yourself?
As an international, it might be tough to repay the loans, but I think it's a life-changing experience for sure. So yes.
How is it being an international student and going to such a big campus like this?
Because it's a big campus, you find your people, find your culture, you find people who you align with. It's not that hard. UCLA is a brilliant place to find people.
How do you find your people as an international student?
I did know a lot of people coming from home. India's a big place, so it's easy to find people, but clubs, just put yourself out there. I met a lot of people through the campus jobs I work. I think that was pretty cool too.
And once you finish law school, what's the starting salary for you?
I think it's $250K total comp, but it varies depending on what kind of law you want to do. But for corporate law, it's $250K.
Is there anything that you would do differently?
Like I spent too much time focusing on my grades. I think I could have expanded more and done more other things that I found more challenging because academics came easy. I think I should push myself more in other aspects. I definitely have a stray into entrepreneurship. I think that's what I want to do eventually, so maybe try it out. I'm the most risk inclined right now that I'm ever going to be.
Did you have any internships throughout your college career?
Yeah, I had 2 internships.
And how did you land those internships?
Just Handshake and following up with people on Handshake. It just worked for me. It was a cold application, but I think most people find that through networking. I just got lucky.
How much did that internship pay you?
Not that much, just $20 an hour. It's something to begin with. Anything that gets your foot in the door.
Would you say the internship was worth it?
Yeah, definitely. I still work right now. It gave me a full-time offer, but I didn't want to continue it further.
How much was your rent in college?
It was $11.50 a month in an apartment. I was sharing a room.
How many people did you share it with?
I shared a room with one person, but in the apartment there were 4 of us.
How did you make money in college?
I worked 2 part-time on-campus jobs, and I also interned intern during the quarter. So I worked at Woodin, I worked ComSports, and I also interned in the quarter. So.
And then how much were those on-campus jobs? How much did they pay?
I think supervisors pay slightly more, so $18 an hour, but after tax it's like 16.8.
How many hours did they give you?
You can only work 20 hours a week.
How was it balancing a part-time job and school?
Not that hard, I'd say, but I guess if you make time for it, like weekends if I'm not doing anything afternoon, so that's what I do.
Thank you, brother. What's your name? How old are you? And what's your major?
My name's Eli. I'm 21 and I'm economics major.
And how long did it take for you to graduate?
3 years.
Do you have a job lined up after this?
I do. I actually flew back. I just started it 2 weeks ago.
How did you land that job?
It was really hard. Like from the moment I got into school, it was like joining the right club, studying, and then recruitment was during sophomore year.
What does the recruitment process look like?
Like I joined UBS's investment banking workshop, which helped with a lot. And then there's a lot of like networking and interviews. It was a long process.
What's like your starting salary for that position?
I think all in all, including bonus, like around 200,000.
Did you negotiate that, or is that just what they offered?
It's what the offer is. They pay street level, and then my group is like one of the strongest groups. They tend to get like high bonuses.
How did you stand out in the interview process?
Experience matters, but it's more important, and technical questions are good, but it's more important like how you come across as a person, and then the networking part is like the most important. Talking to people, like being likable.
Any networking tips for anybody looking to get their first internship?
Yes, don't be scared. Email, like cold email as many people as possible. Try to find like someone who did an internship that at a company that you liked, or someone that had like something you can talk about. And then when you're on a networking call, don't talk about the job at the beginning. Like try to bond with them about football or different interests, and really get them to like remember you and to want to talk to you.
What was your GPA in college?
Oh, a little bit over a 3.9.
How do you keep a good GPA?
Honestly, I think GPA is not that important. You shouldn't spend too much time like trying to maintain a perfect GPA. Like clubs, extracurriculars are more important, having fun.
What are some good clubs to join?
For finance, I was in Bruin Hedge Fund. It's one of the top finance clubs. Is really great people, and I wouldn't be where I am without them. Yeah.
How do you get into it?
For me, I think it was, I don't want to say luck, because it was first quarter freshman year. You put in the work. They like send out like a study guide for a technical interview. It's like a coffee chats, go to info sessions, talk to people.
Do you think GPA matters when you're trying to get a job?
Yeah, you don't want to have a terrible GPA, but I think the difference between like a 3.8 and a 4.0 or like whatever high 3.9s is very minimal.
So do you think college is worth it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. And would you do anything differently?
Yeah, I think maybe I'd be a more technical major, like math econ, comp sci, applied math, something like that.
Why do you say that?
Because I think I could have done the same career path I did in that major, and it would set me up like later on, give me more opportunities to maybe go more like software engineering routes, like work more in tech, just like opens up more doors. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gents, that's pretty much it for this video. I had a really fun time talking to all the students and hearing about their college experiences, as well as what their plans are for after they graduate. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe for more content like this. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.